Hello, everybody, and welcome to Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday. It is the first Monday of the month, which means we have our guest here joining us. Is the one, the only, Amy of ENAMOR AMIE.
Hello.
Well, I'm sure you guys that are here are saying, well, it looks like we're missing somebody.
We're missing somebody. An integral part of Mother Tucker Monday. Yeah.
So I guess it technically means Amy's not a guest. That means she's a co-host tonight because
temporarily, hopefully. Yeah.
Because as you guys do or do not know, Bill lives up in the boondocks. He lives up in the boonies and tends to have electrical, internet, all those fun kind of issues that goes with living up in God's country, up where the air is thin. And he's having internet issues. So he reached out about an hour ago, let us know what was going on. So we're going to go on ahead without him. And if he gets it resolved, or when he gets it resolved, he will just join us and then we'll work out, the rounds and things like that. So he told us at 7 o'clock it was supposed to be fixed by 7:30. But as you can see, we're now at 8 o'clock and it's still not working. So fingers crossed that everything works out and Bill gets to join us.
It seems like the last time that his internet went out, he was only gone like maybe 10 minutes. Yeah. And then as soon as you started your first round, then he popped back in. So
yeah,
fingers crossed.
Maybe Bill doesn't want to explain how the sale works anymore. So he just thought, hey, I'm going to duck out early. Let Jason say the hellos, and then hopefully Amy will be kind enough to explain how the sale's going to work. And I'll just pop in and sell a few things. I don't know. But with that said, thank you all for joining us. Again, it is Monday night. It's 8 p.m. We're here on my channel, which means it's Mother Tucker's Monday. We appreciate all of you coming to hang out with us. Hopefully you guys are here to acquire some fun vintage. I think we all, including Bill, who's not here yet, I think we all have kind of curated some unique vintage for you guys tonight, some things that you don't often see. So as we go live tonight, the official mod and bid ender is Kim. No, I'm sorry, it's Karen G. I got too much going on upstairs. I'm thrown off. Our official mod and bid ender tonight is a very lovely Karen G. Kim is going to be taking a little bit of time off. That's what I wanted to say. So I just want to make sure that I say thank you, Kim, and she will be joining us again as a backup mod, but just for a little bit, she's going to be off. So hopefully she'll be able to join us again very soon. We're going to say hello to some of our friends. Thank you guys for popping in. If you are not subscribed to Amy's channel, please do so. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when she goes live. If you're not also subscribed to Bill's channel, please do. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when he drops content or whatever he does over on his channel. We put all those links down below. We do know that, from our information we get from the tubes, we know a lot of you guys watch this on the replay. So please, if you aren't subscribed to all three of us, please do so. We put those links in the description, so it's really easy for you guys. And I know that Karen will drop it throughout the night and help us. So thank you always again, Karen, so much. And you're such an
I was going to say, thoughts go out to everybody that's in the middle states. The next couple days, there's some wild weather going on. So hopefully everybody's okay so far. I know once it's getting into summertime, we start getting all that crazy weather going on. We get it up here too, so I get it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's happening in your neck of the woods, Amy, but like some of the trees didn't fully bloom this year. They started to, and then it got cold. So we didn't have trees that fully bloomed. Some of the tulips didn't even bud flowers. It was very odd. So
yeah, it's been super muggy, super warm. We're under like a tornado watch thing tomorrow. I know a lot of the Midwest states and out in the plains states, they've got really crazy weather going on right now. So.
Well, again, keep an eye to the sky, guys. So we're going to say hello to some of our friends. And then Amy has said that she will be nice enough to go ahead and explain to us how the sale is going to work tonight. And then, like I said, we'll jump into it and Bill will join us as soon as he gets his internet up and running again. So the first person here in the chat is the very lovely Terry Valenti. How are you, Terry? It's so good to see you, friend. We do have a lot of friends joining us tonight as the numbers go up. Hello, everybody that's just jumping in. Hello, Lisa. How are you? It is so good to see you. You're here to have some fun. Hopefully you do, and hopefully we can bring the fun. There's Tumbleweed. It's always so good to see you, the one, the only Tumbleweed. There is our friend Pam. How are you, Pamabama? It is so good to see you, gang. If you guys are not subscribed to her channel, please do so. I'm sure everyone that's joining us is subscribed to Pam's channel, but she has really fun live sales every single Saturday night over on her channel, and it's usually at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 in her time zone. So, Pam, it's so good to see you. I miss you, and hopefully we all get to see each other soon in Ohio. But I hear rumors you're coming to Cape May, New Jersey. So, Pam, reach out to me and Tina. We're not too far from the Jersey Shore. So if you're traveling anywhere near us, we'd like to know. So maybe we could pass by one another. So keep me in the know, Pam, if you want to. So there she is. There's Karen G., the official mod and bid ender for the evening. Thank you always so much, Karen. We honestly couldn't do it without you. So you're a vital part to the sale. So thank you so much. There she is, the one, the only Mama Pam. How are you? Amy's mother is in the chat with us. It's so good to see you. Followed by the one, the only William, also known as Willie in the house, depending where you're at. It's so good to see you, William. Hopefully you are doing really well. And you are going to try out for The Voice. Okay. Hey, if you do, all I ask is you just give us a shout out. That's all I'm asking, is just give us a national shout out. So how are you, Dawn? Happy Monday. It's so good to see you, friend. Hopefully you are doing well. We have our friend Bug down here, Mediocre Arts and Crafts. It's so good to see you, friend. Hopefully you are well. Who else is in here with us tonight? Keep on scrolling down here. I see a couple duplicates. How are you, Lisa Green? It's so good to see you. Hopefully you are well. Who else is in here? Oh, there she is. There's Karen Kennedy. Meow, meow. Hopefully you're doing well. It's our friend. I'm Snap, and it's our friend Gavin, also known as Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings. He's our YouTube DJ. He has a YouTube channel. Please give him a follow if you have not. Maybe Karen could be so nice as to drop his link in the chat. He has a very fun channel. He plays music on vinyl on a turntable. He also takes requests. He also has an Instagram account by the same exact name and has made it public, so please follow him over there. And honestly, y'all can cancel your Pandora. You can cancel your SiriusXM because you got Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings right here on YouTube, and give him a follow. How are you, Dusty Moose? It's so good to see you. How are you? Cheryl, again, thank you. You sent me a package. We have not opened it yet, but I promise that I will. And whatever it is, I know I'm going to love it. And thank you so much, Cheryl. She sent us something. She says it's fragile, so I'll be careful opening it.
Ooh, fragile.
We'll try to get to it tomorrow. So thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you for thinking of us. That's so thoughtful of you. How are you, Deborah? How are you? It's good to see you, Deborah. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see who else is down here in the chat with us. Hello. Oh, there's our friend John. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Happy Monday. Followed by the one, the only Sandy. There she is. How are you? Hello, everybody. If you want to shout out, please just say hello. We're going to do our best to say hello to as many people as we can. We got Cindy Lou here in the chat. It's very good to see you, Cindy. Hopefully you're doing well. Who else? Oh, we have another Sherry here with us. So good to see you, Sherry. Happy Monday. How are you, friend? Who else is down here? There she is, the one, the only Liz. It's so good to see Liz. And I get to see Liz again soon. She's coming up to Adamstown around Memorial Day. So it'll be good to see her and her husband again. So there she is, our friend Tracy, also known as Artsy Fartsy. So good to see you, friend. Hopefully you're doing well. We got a family member, part of the Tucker clans, checking in, the one, the only Terry Tucker. Good to see you. It's a great last name. Our friend Chris checking in from Colorado, also known as my broom closet. Friend, I hope you're doing well. Again, my thoughts are always with you. And hang in there. You got this. You got this, Chris. There's our friend Steele checking in from the Garden State. She has internet. Bill, what's going on? She has internet. I don't know, Bill. There's my mom, Linda Hellman. So good to see you, Mom. I love you. Thank you always for supporting me and what I do. And thank you so much for tuning in. There's our friend Glowy. How are you, friend? So good to see you. Let's see who else is down here checking in. I see a couple duplicates. I always get hungry, and I always think of White Christmas whenever I see this name, Buttermilk and Cream. Because if you remember, Bing pours himself a cup of buttermilk to drink when they're eating the sandwiches late at night, him and Rosemary. I don't know why. I always think of that. I don't know. Weird things go on up here. If you guys know me, you know weird things go on up here. So How are you, dear Angela? It's so good to see you. Hopefully you give her a follow, guys. And she's the one that puts together our schedules. She puts them out. So always thank you for all the hard work that you do. And please give her a follow. There is the one, the only Tina, the other half of Mother Tuckers. Who else is checking in down here? Hello, everybody. I see a few duplicates. I will try to pick up the tempo. Tears, it's so good to see you, friend. Hopefully you're doing well. I know we DM a little bit, but it's so good to see you here in the chat, hanging out with us on a live. How are you? Who else is down here with us? Hello. There's the other Tina checking in. Always a really good name, and it's spelled the right way, too. So it's good to see you, Tina. Happy Monday, everybody. Who else is down there? There's Aunt Kiki. So good to see you, friend. Hopefully you are doing well. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Hopefully you're getting ready. I mean, summer's right around the corner, Memorial Day, all this fun stuff. We're going to have a busy summer this year. I think all of us are. So let's see who else is down here. We have Elaine checking in. How are you, Elaine? It's so good to see you, friend. We have Colleen. So good to see you from Cypress Island. It's so good to see you, Colleen. Who else is down here? Spark Joy in Life. Happy Monday, Spark Joy in Life. It's so good to see you. There's our friend Noel. So good to see you. Still a little disappointed I didn't get to meet you at the shop, but I know I'll get to meet you in the future. I know you plan on coming back to Adamstown. How are you, Tracy? It's so good to see you, friend. It's been a hot minute. A lot of our friends, Amy, we haven't seen in a little bit, are coming on in here to say hello. The one, the only, Debbie Gutierrez is in the house. How are you, Debbie? It's so good to see you. I had to make sure that I could pronunciate that properly. Timmy's checking in. How are you?
Hello,
it's
neighbor.
So good to see you. How are you? Who else is
Timmy,
down?
Are you going to be set up at Teak Fest?
Ooh.
Let me know it in the chat if you are.
Okay. And we're going to click on Debbie one more time so I can clear out the hello. So again, as we go live, we are missing one of the Three's Company. One of the three amigos is not checked in yet. He's having internet issues. Once he gets it resolved, if he gets it resolved, he will join us live here tonight. So without further ado, the one, the only Amy of ENAMOR AMIE has said she will tell us how the sale is going to work, and then we're going to jump into it. So take it away, Miss Amy.
All right. Well, if Bill jumps in, then we'll just, we'll figure it out. If Bill, hopefully he gets to join us tonight. But we do have 13 rounds prepared to bring you guys tonight. So we will do the auction style. So we'll show you the item. We'll give you a starting price. Jason will pin it up here on the screen. And if you have not checked your chat settings yet, you want to go into your chat and make sure that you're in live chat all messages and not top chat. And then above my head, you can tap that tap on my face, find the gear wheel icon, do the playback speed for 2 times. And that will help catch you up with any kind of lag that you may be experiencing, as we always seem to have. Definitely check that out periodically throughout the sale. You don't have to exit to refresh like we used to tell you that you had to do. Although you can still try that if you think that you need to restart your feed, you can do that as well. But the playback speed certainly helps with that. Mobile devices are going to be fastest options for you. A phone or a tablet, if you do plan on bidding on anything. Computer is going to be a little bit slower, a little bit more behind in the lag. If you are watching on the computer, same deal with the gear wheel icon is down in the corner on the screen for the playback speed. All right. You always want to check and make sure. Sometimes we forget to mention this. There's a little red line that goes to the bottom of the screen. If you make sure that that's all the way to the right that it can possibly go, then you're at the most current point that you can be as well. So for the bidding, we'll show you the item start price, all that stuff. If you're interested in bidding, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat. We will describe the item to you, give you any kind of history, time frame, age, note any kind of issues that it may have. Keep in mind as we're showing the item to you, if it is vintage or antique, it has had a life behind it. If it does have any repairs or notable issues, we do our best to show it to you while we're live here on screen so you can make the best informed decision if you do plan to bid on it down in the chat. All right, so we will do a countdown. We will do a 20-second countdown to account for the gnarly lag that we have. And the highest bid that we see before the official bid end of the lovely Karen Gillette will be the winner. We also do the just in case bids over here on Mother Tucker's channel. So if you're not familiar with how that works, as long as you're a current bidder, so a current bidder, you've put in at least one straight bid on the item that we are showing, then you're welcome to utilize the just in case during the countdown only. So what the just in case is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item with the letters JIC next to it. You can type in your just in case bids into the chat during the countdown. And if your just in case bid is the highest before the countdown, we will bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. But do keep in mind, if there's multiple just in cases, those will turn into regular bids. Okay, so that's how the just in case works. We have our emails up here on the screen right now. If you have not bought from us before, you're welcome to take a screenshot. Jason's also pinned them in a comment up at the top of the chat. Down in the description of the video, you can find that information. And lovely Mod Squad also does an awesome job putting them into the chat throughout the sale as well. So pretty easy to find that information. Very important, especially if you're a new buyer, that we need some information from you. We need your YouTube screen name, your real name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to. Jason and I both do our invoicing in PayPal, but if you don't have PayPal, that is okay. Let us know when you send the information that you'd like to check out as a guest. That way, when we send our invoices out, we can send you a direct link to your invoice, and then you can check out with any debit, credit, Venmo, or PayPal. All right, super easy. And I touched on this last week, but very important, if you guys check out in PayPal, make sure that your current address, your shipping address, is in PayPal. We copy and paste whatever's in PayPal directly to your shipping label. And that is the address that is covered by PayPal. And it also gets you the accurate tracking. All right, so very important if you haven't updated it, or you're in a summer house or something like that, or you've moved recently, definitely go in and check and make sure you have the correct shipping address in there. All right. As far as packing and shipping goes, Jason and I both utilize Pirate Ship to get you guys the discounted rates on shipping versus that really expensive retail that you pay at the post office. We pass the savings on directly to you guys. You guys pay the same price we do in Pirate Ship. I love it so much. It's such a cost savings. And I ship from Michigan. I will be doing my invoicing this week on Friday. I do have sale on Wednesday, Fantastic Finds with Jason. And I'm also doing a pop-up sale on my channel on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so anything, happy to combine ship with you guys this week. If you sale hop around this week, I'm happy to do that as long as everything is safe to fit in the box together.
Okay, and I ship out of Pennsylvania. I do all of my packing and shipping on Saturdays, and Tina gets your invoices together, usually Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening. So you will not receive an invoice from me until then. If you want one sooner and you want to close out the open box with me, because I do have Fantastic Finds on Wednesday with Amy. If you want to close that out and don't carry it over, that's all right. Just make sure you send us an email, let us know, and I can usually get it packaged in 24 hours. Once it's paid for, we can usually ship next day. But with that said, keeping an open box will save you money when you purchase from Wednesday night sale. And then again, if I can do it safely, like Amy said, we'll get it all together safe for you on Saturday. And then usually we ship Mondays. So with owning a brick and mortar, I have the ability to do free pickup there. So if that's something you want to take advantage of, just make sure you email us and we'll go through all the details via the email. Again, please make sure you are subscribed to Amy. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll know when she goes live. If you're watching this on a replay, make sure you're subscribed here to me at Mother Tucker's and follow our friend Bill, who hopefully will be joining us a little later in the sale due to some internet issues. So we had a few more friends jump in. We're going to say hello to them, and then we're going to get the sale started. We curated, like Amy already said, 13 rounds each. I think we have some very unique vintage to offer you guys, some things that I don't know that you guys have ever seen in live sales before. So with this all said, there's our friend Beth C. It's so good to see you, gang. Make sure you're following her over on Vamp. She is a reseller over there, and she has some good stuff. So please give her a follow over there. I know we saw Always Sunny thrifting. Yes, it is, especially when you find good things. It's really sunny. There's our friend Dawn checking in. It's always so good to see you, Dawn. Hopefully you are doing well. And I think that covered everybody. And I'll just say it because I have to say it for myself. If I ever miss you, it's never intentional. Our chat moves a lot different on this end than it does for you. And sometimes my eye may not catch everybody. So I'll probably end up saying hello to you 2 times in the future. So without further ado, let's get the sale underway. We're going to start with Amy since she's our guest, co-host / all the above. And then I'll go after Amy. So
all right. I wish I had one of those fancy hats and I could have worn it tonight to fill in for Bill. All right. $10, Jason.
All right.
Okay. I have a very interesting mix of things tonight. I have a lot of deer things. I have some butterfly things. And I have some antique things. So that's kind of, so we'll start with some deer tonight. And this is not for choice. This is for the pair. So these are little hard plastic, little deer, 2 of them, matter of fact. One is sniffing the flowers on the ground, and then the other one is just lounging very comfortably. And these are very hard plastic. They're not that, I'm trying to think. They're not celluloid. Okay. They're made in Hong Kong, first of all. They're just cutie pie little figurines. I found these, a few weeks ago, and I thought that they were cute. They would be cute to put in like a little spring. I think fawns and deer are cute for spring, Christmas, of course, but year round, I think are really cute. So paint is really good on both of them. They're just very simply painted. Cute little, just a black eye painted on either side. No chipping to the plastic, no broken legs or anything like that. And then this one has, I don't know, it gives kind of a little bit of illusion that it's carved a little bit. There are some other figurines like this that look like they might have been whittled out of wood. But these definitely are plastic. This one, you can kind of make out the stamping on the bottom. It's not going to show on camera, but it does say made in Hong Kong stamped down there at the bottom. These, you could also craft with these if you wanted as well. So the standing one is 2 3/4 by 2.5. And the laying one is 3 by 2. 3 by 2. I think they're cute.
So they're a harder plastic than like just a blow mold, right, Amy? I think
that's it's not blow mold plastic. No, it's very hard, very dense plastic.
Gotcha.
Yep. They're hardy deer.
They're about the same scale as Putz houses. So if you were looking for little deer to mix with like a Putz house, wouldn't you say?
They're a little bit larger than a Putz house.
Okay. Then maybe
I mean, yeah, we're looking at like a little over 2 inches for that one.
Okay.
I would say like a Putz house would probably be maybe that much taller.
Gotcha.
You know
and definitely like the ceramic
they're a little bit larger. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I'm not seeing any interest in these guys. We'll bring them back to the recap.
All right. My first round is going to be a choice round. I was excited to find these, okay? These are hobbyists. They're hobbyists, and they were made by Peggy in 1974, okay? So it's going to be choice because I thought maybe you wanted one, maybe you want 2, but it'll be choice at $20. It's these fun little kitschy, and these are ceramic. There's these yellow birds. So they are like the same sculpt of some of the other major company ceramics, but
it looks like the UNESCO bird, like the same mold as that.
They do. So they do have rhinestone eyes. There's no chips or repairs. Peggy did sign them, bless her heart, back in 1974. You can see that they do have the little hole in the back to be hung from. You know, you probably want to put a hole in the larger part as well. But if you guys love birds or if you love the kitsch, I thought these would be fun, and they're $20. They're going the same exact way. So usually when now that I think of it, usually it's always one large bird and 2 baby birds. So you never have them like going, the large ones going 2 different ways. So it would make sense that for them to make these birds that they're all flying just one way. Yeah, Peggy did a doggone good job on these. And then she was kitschy enough to throw a little rhinestone up there in the eyes. So there are no chips or cracks. Again, they are yellow. They measure just about, what are my measurements on these? About 6.5 wide by 5.5 tall. Usually these sustain, some kind of damage if they have fallen or gotten injured. There's absolutely no issue to these at all. But again, they are hobbyists here. And we can see good old Peggy signed them back in 1974. And then I think down here at the bottom, she has a little KG. I wonder if she's related to the Miss Karen Gillette. I don't know. So Tracy is in at 20. So again, you can see there is a high glaze. They did a very good job. She didn't have to do a ton of painting to it. All she did was then detail the eyes, with the black ring. And then she did a little spot, and then she put a little rhinestone in there. So $20 choice. This is your first one. The only thing I noticed is on one of them, the paint was a little thinner on the beak. But there are absolutely no chips to them whatsoever. So that will be your first one you can choose from. And let me see if this is the one I'm talking about. No, one of them, or was it on one of the tips? On maybe it was the tips of the wings. You can feel that she was a little... she didn't go so heavy on the glaze. It's still glazed, but you can just feel that she didn't go too heavy on it. So this is your second one. Again, no chips, no cracks, and it will be on choice of the hobbyist Yellow Birds from 1974. That way you can pick one or two. Maybe you want them on either side of a picture. I don't know. But again, it will be on choice. So $20. Thank you so much, Tracy. We're looking for 21 or more. Let's go ahead and start a countdown on these. If anybody's interested, please go ahead and put in a bid. We got Tracy, and we'll count down just in case if you're an active bidder. From 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 21 or more, and it is choice on the hobbyist Yellow Birds from 1974. Again, they're about 6.5 by 5.5. They're a nice size. No chips, no boobers to report. And there's our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. All right, I clicked it and it jumped. So Tracy, you got choice at 20. Let me know. Friend, did you want one or two? Are you keeping the family together or breaking them up? And if you choose just one, the other one will come back in the recap. And I'll just watch the chat to see Tracy's answer, if she wants one or two of them. Okay, she's keeping the family together. Thank you so much, Tracy.
All right, 16, Jason.
All right.
These are pretty cool. I have some of these as well. But these are, I know it's going to be a little bit hard to tell, but these are flocked butterflies. So typically these are made out of feathers nowadays, but these are actually like flocked and screen printed. They're 3-dimensional, so they do have flocked little 3-dimensional bodies and antenna. But I love, so it's not really showing through the packaging as well as I would like it to. But they are flocking amazing is all I can say. I have a few of these in my stash as well. I do craft with these. So all fun different colors and sizes of butterflies in there. From these are like swallowtail kind of butterflies with the longer wings. And I really, really like them. They are in their original packaging, the beauty butterfly. So they are made in Hong Kong. They all have little wiring, little wires attached. So you could use these as package toppers, tie them onto some sort of arrangement. You could put them on a wire and stick them in a vase. Definitely could craft with them, put them on a wreath, something like that. So the sizes of the butterflies that are in here are quite large. All right. The largest ones in here are the swallowtail ones. They measure about 4 inches. And then we've got 3 inches and about 2 inches. All right. So that's the sizing of the wings in there. So these ones, it's kind of a hot pink and then a little bit of yellow. This one is yellow and brown with little pink spots. This one's kind of a robin's egg blue. This one is orange and turquoise, yellow and black. And this one is like light sky blue and black. All really cool. The packaging measures 7.5 by 11. I just thought they were cool, especially in the original packaging.
They're very realistic looking too.
That's what I liked about them. And they're, because I have some that are out of a package, they're super soft. Like they do. They feel exactly like a children's book that has the flocking on it. That's what they feel like. Yep. Very realistic too.
Really neat, Amy.
I'm not seeing any interest in these, so we'll bring them back.
All right. My next round is going to start at $12, and this was probably one of the best typewriter tins I've ever found personally. So I didn't have any other to-do choice. So to be $12, I do believe that this is from the 1920s, and it does have this flapper or Gibson girl on it. Again, this is a typewriter tin, so there is your back. So there is some wear to it, and it is by the Wonder brand company, okay? So it is the Wonder brand typewriter tin. Key locks down there on the bottom, and it is from, I think that's Kentucky, or no, it's from New York, I think. So it's from New York. So I didn't do any research on this. I don't know how rare it is. Thank you so much, Catherine. I just know that when you find something with a gorgeous woman on here, you definitely pick it up. It says you will look your best, you will look yourself always. You will look yourself always. I was sorry. There's a little bit of tarnishing right there. So that's their little motto down there on the bottom. So the tin is very clean on the inside when you open it. So it's very, very clean on the inside. No issues there. There is great detail on the sides. Very Nouveau kind of looking with the flowers going on. This is very 20s into the 1930s, I believe. There is some wear here. Somebody definitely used this. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I see you're 13. Somebody must have used this as a little tchotchke box. But trust me, they don't make typewriter tins this fantastic. I don't even think they make them anymore. But even back in the day, this was pretty high end or pretty fantastic. It definitely mimics, thank you, Susan. I see you're 14. It definitely mimics like makeup containers, but it's definitely a typewriter tin. And then there's the font on the back with all of the description. And again, this measures about 2.5 by 2.5. So there is wear, like I said, there is some wear down below there. Thank you, Elizabeth. I see you back in at 15. And again, there is the gorgeous font on the back. And the best that my old eyes can catch it, it says that it goes K-Lux Wonder brand ribbon makes typing a pleasure, and I can't make the rest of that out. And then so basically it's just their way of promoting how luxurious your typewriting experience is going to be by using a Wonder brand ribbon in your typewriter, which is the K-Lux company who created it. So
I love the font.
I do too. And it's very it's very 20s, very early 1930s. Again, we got a flapper or Gibson girl on the front, and she's looking at herself in a mirror. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on the fantastic, believe it or not, it's not makeup. It's a typewriter ribbon tin. We're in at 15, looking for 16. So we'll count down just in case is in play if you're an active bidder from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. What's also unique about this is most typewriter tins are round. This one's squared off. The center is round there behind her, but usually they are round and not squared off. So Catherine, thank you for your just in case. We got Susan Lynn in there with a just in case of 22 right before the bid end. So because they're back-to-back just in cases, Susan Lynn, congratulations. This is yours for $22. All right, Miss Amy, thank you all for the bids.
All right, I've got 16 again. All right, we're going to bring this guy next. Now, I usually don't buy puppets, okay? I don't usually buy puppets, but this guy, I couldn't resist. Now, I treated myself to a stiff deer, and this is coming out of my personal little deer collection. So usually if I pick out something for myself, something else has got to be passed along. So we're going to pass along this darling deer little hand puppet. And I could not find him. I couldn't find another one that looked like him. He doesn't have a tag or anything, so I'm not really sure of a manufacturer. He is super duper soft. Very minimal wear on him. He's in really good shape. Now he does have some armature in his ears. There's a little bit of pink fur inside of the ears. The eyes are two plastic little discs stacked on top of each other. He's got a little pom-pom nose, a little tongue. So I have stuffed some paper in here to kind of fill out his body, but he will come along with a stand. All right, I have this metal, and I'm going to take it out so that you can see what it looks like. So it's just one of these like larger picture, photo holder kind of things. So I just kind of stuffed paper up in the arms and into the body. But I stuck the top of the wire holder up into the head. So his head is stuffed. Okay. He does have stuffing in the head. All right. And I just I stuck that up in here to kind of make it more stable. And another way that you can display puppets like this, I have seen in stores for stiff puppets. If you take old glass soda bottles, that's another way that you can display these so they have a little bit more stability. And you could pop that into a back of display or put it with some other stuffed animals. I think he's darling cute. The only thing he doesn't have is a little tail. He doesn't have a little deer tail on the back, but pretty good. Otherwise, there's very minimal wear to him. There's just maybe a little pulling to the stitches right in there, but nothing is loose or anything like that. So he will come with a little stand, so he could stand up. You just kind of have to place it a certain way for it to stand up. And it does help if you have the stuffing in him for a little bit more stability, because that is without the stuffing. When I stuffed the arms and stuff, you could see his hands were kind of poking out. He does measure 10.5 inches tall by about 9 inches. Actually, his ears are a little bit wider than his little arm span is. I'm not seeing any interest in him. We'll bring him back.
All right, guys. My next round, I want to first say hello to Katie, Vintage and Vinyl. How are you, friend? Hopefully you're well. Please make sure you're subscribed to her channel. And her and Nate have jewelry sales every single Saturday night. You got a bid, Amy.
All right. I know Nikki was asking about him, so I didn't know if you're here or not. All right, so we're going to count little deer puppet down, looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. That's exactly what I was thinking. In front of a little book with a deer on the front. That's exactly what I was thinking, Karen. Yes.
You can't, that face, you can't not love that face. He's just a derpy little dude.
I know. That's why I couldn't resist him. He came from the Toledo Doll and Bear Show last October. And Nikki, I don't know if you were here, but he is coming with the stand as well.
Oh, he's just fantastic. Well, wait a second. There's our bid end. It came
All right,
in
Nikki.
upside down.
Coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Well, my next round, yes, is going to be glass, okay? I can't not bring glass to a sale, and especially these two pieces. You don't always find these two pieces. I'm in the land of Moon and Star. Tina found them at a very good price last week, so we're going to start them at choice at just $15, okay? So if you guys love Moon and Star, to find the open compote, I don't find this size open compote that often. Believe it or not, I find the covered candy dish, which is in sort of the same kind of sculpt, a lot more often than I do this one. So $15, this one is going to be your first choice. This is L.E. Smith. This is the Moon and Star, and there's a little schmutz in there, but no, that's just the way the lights catch it. So there's no chips or cracks. This is the gorgeous honey amber color that they do. I kind of brought this tonight because I was kind of going with my aesthetic. I have a gorgeous McKee mantle clock coming up later, and this color amber played off of it very well because I was thinking if you purchase that, you might want this to go along with it. So $15 for Moon and Star, L.E. Smith with absolutely no damage. This is your compote. This measures about 5.5 inches tall by about 4.5 inches across. Again, if you guys are not familiar, I'll tell you the Moon and Star, this is what it means right here. The round part is your moon and the center part is your star. Some folks think this is no. The Moon and Star is contributed to right here at this part. Also, the L.E. Smith and the LG Wright always had the cubed centers. Later, some other glass companies swapped them out to look a little bit different. So these are fun candy dishes. These are great little vases. They're great to put your little votives in to light them up. So that's your first choice. This one I almost never find. This is a spooner, okay? So, well, early American pressed glass, they made all sorts of different things. I see you, Writer Chic. Thank you so much. That's a new name to me. Hello. Thank you so much for your 15. But as modern day would say, this makes a better vase than it does a spooner. So, again, this is, I think, a little harder to find, seeing that I don't ever find the spooners in the colored L.E. Smith glass patterns. I do find them in the clear LG Wright. But again, we're at 15 looking for 16. This is in gorgeous condition, moon and stars. This again makes a gorgeous vase. You can throw your little votives in there. Hello, Tippy Wink. So good to see you, friend. Throw your little votives in there or just use this as a vase, okay? No chips, no cracks. I do believe this is from the 1960s or the 1970s. Hello, Circle 7. It's so good to see you, friend. This one measures about 5.5 inches tall by about 4 inches at the mouth. So again, I didn't do any research to see how hard or how rare they are. I just know in my years of offering Moon and Star in the brick and mortar, and of course on multiple live sales, I've never brought a spooner before.
You don't see the spooner.
We've never had one. So you're bidding on the choice on either the compote, and we are at 15 looking for 16, no damage to it, or the spooner. By modern day standards, it's a gorgeous vase. And they both stand alone, and they're both about the same height. So if you wanted to put them near each other, I think they'd be great compatible pieces. So again, we have Writer Chic. Again, thank you. You're new to us. Welcome, friend. We're looking for 16 or more. So let's do a countdown on choice. If anyone's interested, please get a bid in. Active bidders, which we just have one, can use it just in case. So counting down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. No chips, no cracks. Open compote, which I'm not saying it's rare. I don't find it that often. Usually I find a covered candy dish. And the spooner, I have never had a spooner to sell before made by L.E. Smith. I've had them by LG Wright. So you went unopposed. So at 15, Writer Chic, let me know, did you want the spooner or the compote? They're both yours. You knew right away. All right. Congratulations, friend. And my email's right below me. So just email me your information and we'll be invoicing on Saturday. Thank you so much. And congratulations. All right, Miss Amy.
All right. 16, Jason.
Okay.
All right, this was a fun find I got at the Collectors Carnival a couple weekends ago, and this is a beautiful, really, really nice condition, 1920s powder tin. I absolutely love the colors on this, the graphics, the butterflies, the colors, everything about it. It is in really, really nice shape. There's a couple little scratches here and there, but not any like rusting or anything like that. And very deco. I loved it so much. It would even make a pretty riser because there's graphics that go around the whole perimeter of the tin, especially if you don't want the wording in the front. Bam, that's like a beautiful riser. I have this little guy will be coming in the sale a little bit later, but I thought like instant display right there. I just liked the two together, but beautiful, beautiful shape. They even went as far as to put a pattern on the bottom of the tin, which not very many manufacturers did. It is nice and clean on the inside. There's that pattern again on the inside of the lid. Really nice and clean in there. Again, dates to the 20s. They also did a tall, slender body powder tin in the same kind of butterfly motif. I didn't find that one, but it would have been cool to bring a choice and have both of them side by side. Measurement for the tin, it does measure 5 1/4 round and about 2 3/4 inches deep. All right. And just very minimal wear. I think maybe like that scratch right there is kind of the worst one that I'm seeing. There's like a little area here on the back where I can see the silver is shining through it, but that's about it. It's in really, really nice condition for being from the 20s for certain. All right, I see that there is some interest in this. All right, we're going to do a countdown. Don't forget, if you are bidding, you're welcome to utilize that just in case during the countdown. All right, I see Angela's in at 22. So we're looking for 23 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Those colors. So
I know,
good.
it's really good. It's I know it's reading, well, I guess it's reading pretty true to color. I don't want to call it orange, but it's more like a tomato red. It's not like my pen is red. Do you see the difference?
Right. Yep.
In the red there? It's more of a tomato red, not orange. Okay. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Pam, the tin is yours. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Again, Karen G., thank you for being our official mod and bid ender. Again, we couldn't do it without you. If you can, please put your husband's link in for Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings. We'd like to get him some more subscribers. Those of you just joining us, you probably noticed one of the three of us is missing. Bill will hopefully join us at some point. He is having some internet issues. So those of you that are just tuning in, I wanted to just catch you up on kind of what's going on. So $18 is my next round. And I have sold these a couple times. Well, I've sold them multiple times in my store, but I brought a few to lives. And I have to tell you that this is the probably the cleanest, best kept set of little celluloid bride and grooms that I have ever had. Okay. Wow. They are in superb condition. They are celluloid. They have actually cray paper. Can you see how glossy that is on his hat? That's his cray paper hat. His body or his tuxedo is hand painted. He has the little floppy jointed arms. Both of them have their original wafers that they're glued to, and it might not focus, but they do say that they are made in Japan. So now's the time of the year where I like to sell these because I know folks will do bride and groom displays. Thank you so much, Karen. I see you're 18. I know folks do bride and groom displays. You know, for June brides, these are great for your Valentine's Day displays. They're just overall fun to even collect because, you know, this was probably used. Well, we know that it was used at somebody's wedding. I don't know that it was a cake topper because the wafers are in good condition, but the fact that they held on to them for years is just amazing. So there you have him. Again, crepe paper hat, painted on little tuxedo body. Really, really good. Very clean, very vibrant. They measure about 3 inches tall. And then you have her. Her little veil is in really good condition. There is a little separation here on the back. There you go. You can sort of see it. So there is a little bit of separation on the back. But other than that, her little crepe paper dress, her little millinery flowers are in superb condition. And there are no dents and there are no issues. Again, she faintly is marked made in Japan. I'm trying to catch the light just right on the underside. But there you can just see some of the green stamping. I mean, some of the purple stamping on the bottom. So another groom is missing. Yes, this is true. You are correct, Loie. It is a little funny that they never did worry about putting pants on them. It just kind of, yeah. He showed up again with no pants on. I know. They made sure to give her a dress. And
right. You don't see them very often with pants.
No, you don't. You know, now that you say that, Chloe, I can't unsee that, but I'm here for it. And you're right. I think I noticed it.
He just wants to be comfortable, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, that's a stressful day. Your wedding day is a little stressful, you know. You might just break that, you know, that tension with wearing no pants. So, again, he's really good. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. And I mean, yeah. So I have no pants on, Amy. My husband is wearing no pants. So, he is, Catherine. He is, I don't know how, but he is pulling a poo. You're exactly right. Absolutely, Catherine.
Accurate. Yeah.
Definitely pulling a poo. So, again, very good condition. I do believe that these, I mean, they're marked Japan, and now I can even see back here on the back, there's an embossing on the little celluloid. And I do believe that that also says Japan, and it looks like, oh, I can't tell what it is, but there is like a maker's mark on the back. So we're in at 18. We are looking for 19 or more on the little bride and groom made in Japan celluloid figurines. Karen has them at 18. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and count them down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, pardon me, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We are looking for the just in case or a bid of 19 or more. And I see Karen's just in case. Thank you so much. And we're just waiting on that bid end from Tina. Thank you so much, Tina. And there it is. I see it on my phone, and there it is. Thank you so much. So Karen G, they're coming up to Canada. Thank you so much, and congratulations. All right, Miss Amy.
All right, 38, Jason.
Okay.
All right, we're back to Deer Town for the next round, and I love these planters. So we have a darling wide-eyed deer poking out of the tree stump, and his little mushies down there at the bottom. There's a whole series of these planters. Some of them have a little critter that's down here. There's a rabbit, a squirrel, and a skunk down here at the bottom. There's also a version where there's yellow mushrooms instead of the red ones down there at the bottom. But this piece is made by UNESCO, and it is completely airbrush cold painted. All right, so it does have some paint loss scratching here on the back side. Really cool texture that they put into the like tree bark of the planter. Most of the paint loss is there on the back. I would say that the front of this is really, I wish my camera would focus on the poor deer here. It just doesn't want to. It doesn't want to focus at all. Let's see if we can grab a piece of paper. See if that'll help. All right, there we go. So there's just some little spots there on the side. The paint on the deer is really, really nice. The mushroom, the red cold paint is really, really good. Minimal on this side. No chips that I could find on it. Just back here on the back is kind of where the paint wear. It would have had an UNESCO foil sticker here on the bottom. That is no longer there. Really not anything to note on the inside. There's a little bit of black paint right there. I think maybe they just got a little wild painting it. I did try and get that off, and it will not come off. But these guys are getting harder and harder to find, I will say, as far as the planters go. Now, measurement for this, it's not a super large planter, but it is nice and flat on the back, so Bill would approve. So you can tuck it right against a wall or a back of a shelf. It does measure 4 inches tall, 4 3/4, and about 3 inches this way with the deer peeking out. Bill is having internet issues this evening. He lost the internet maybe about a half hour before we were supposed to go live. He has not got it back yet. We're hoping, fingers crossed, that he can get it working so he can join us, but that is why Bill is not here. All right. Lisa, I see you in at 38. Thank you so much. We are looking for 39 or more. I am going to count it down. Lisa, I do encourage you to put in there just in case. All right. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Gosh, I remember the one I found. It had almost none of its cold paint left.
Yeah, they can get pretty beat up. All right, there's a bid end from Karen. So Lisa, this is coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. My next round is going to start at just $20. And I got to tell you that, like I said, I had a hat pin when I sold with Amy during Fantastic Finds last Wednesday. Tina found one Tuesday last week. So we set this one aside for Monday's sale. I don't find hat pins usually that I can source to bring to a live sale, because if you guys know hat pins, you know that they're usually very expensive. But we got this at a good price, and I think this is one of the prettiest hat pins that I've ever been able to offer. Okay. Ooh. This, let the light come through. It is amethyst. It is a glass stone there in the center. You can see that it is bevel cut. So it is bevel cut. There's gorgeous scroll work. There's open scroll work here to the sides. My camera doesn't want to necessarily focus. There you go. It does have a little bit of discoloration. It does need a little bit of cleaning. Glowy, it comes in just about 9 inches long. So the whole entire pin comes in just about 9 inches long. And then the top part measures just about 1.25 inches by 3/4. So that's sort of what we're dealing with. So it is a larger hat pin. There is a little slight bend to it, but this is probably one of the most ornate, unique hat pins that we've ever been able to find and source. And there you can see it's very clear in the center. It is a amethyst color. That is a glass stone. Thank you so much, Glowy. It probably could use some polishing, but we didn't want to do anything to it. So you can see how beautiful the scroll work and detail is around it. You can see that it has beveled cut around the stone. There is no scratches to the stone. You can see how glossy it is how I catch the light with it. Here you can see from the side, like I said, it has some gorgeous open scroll work. So
wow.
These are just gorgeous. I mean, hat pins I find very hard to source here in my region, especially since we have so many, folks that do collect the Victorian era things. They do command high dollars when they come to estates and they do come to auctions and stuff. So again, like I said, it's open scroll. The age on this, Brad, I believe that this is Victorian. I believe this is probably turn of the century. That would be my best guess, just from some of the detailing on it. Thank you so much, Catherine. I see you in at 25. I do believe this is probably turn of the century, around the 1900s. So I don't believe it's somewhere in that 1890s to probably 1920s, I would say, my best guess, just from some of the way the scroll work is. So I don't want to keep moving it so you guys can get a good viewpoint of what you're looking at there. But this is definitely an antique hat pin, probably from the latter part of the Victorian era. It's also an open one. I don't normally find the open ones with such great detail. And again, there is going to have to be a little bit of cleaning to it, but we left it the way it was. There's no damage to it. There's no bends to it. The only bend is sometimes on the hat pin itself. There can be just a slight little curvature to it, but no damage that I can find. I can't even find any major wear to the glass stone that they have in there. That's my fingerprint on there. But there's no major scratches to it. You can see how gorgeous it is. So one more time, the very top squared off the rectangle part of it, that comes in, the measurement on it is about 1.25 inches by 3/4. The whole entire pin, now that's from the tip to the tip, measures just about 9 inches. So it's a nice long one. Hello, Whistle Robin. So good to see you, friend. Hello, everybody who's just popping in. And we're in at 25 on the gorgeous hat pin. But that's my best guess on all the information on it, just from years of selling some of these at the shop. So look at the great detail on that. So let's go ahead and large top. Yes. Yep. Absolutely. And I think it's good. Plus the fact, the amethyst we talk about when it comes to glass, the purple is hard to do. To get purple glass is not that easy to create. And the fact that it is purple, that's even above boards, even higher. So Tracy, thank you. I see you're 26. We're looking for 27 or more. Let's count it down. We are doing just in case for active bidders. Elizabeth, I see you're 26, but we're looking for 27 or more. Hello, Helen. So good to see you, friend. Let's count it down. I see Noel in at 30. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 31 or more. Let's count it down just in case for active bidders. From 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I see you're just in case, Catherine. Thank you so much. Thank you all for your appreciation. This is probably the nicest hat pin we've ever been able to find and offer, even in our store. Like I said, we don't find hat pins that often. So, and Mary Beth, I didn't get to say hello to you earlier. I missed you in the chat. It's so good to see you right before the bid ends. So with the two just in cases, it goes to Glowy for $40. Thank you so much, Glowy, and congratulations. All right, Amy.
All right, 38, Jason. All right. I brought this one tonight. I have another signature album. This one, it usually says album on the front. This one does not have, there's no any indication that there was a metal embossed piece or anything like that on the front. It is just this crushed kind of wine colored velvet. It's reading a lot more purple than it is actually, it's more of like a maroon in person. All right, very minimal wear on the covers, nice and soft, but the inside of this one got me. So it was gifted to Edith from Herbert, Christmas 1885. So that's the very first thing that's in here. And this one is chock full of color plates of butterflies. It's called the Golden Butterfly Album. I had some butterfly things tonight, so that's why I decided to bring this one out tonight. So the dates, the signature dates in here from 1885 to 1888. All right. So, of course, I love the penmanship that is in there. There's a little tearing to this page right here at the front. I was trying to read this one. Hopefully that you may employ every passing opportunity to enrich your mind with that knowledge that will make you an ornament of society and ultimately an inheritance of heaven in the sincerest wish of your teacher and friend. I think it says John Pierce. I think that's what that says. But I wanted to show you some of the other color plates that are in here. Now, it's not completely full. There are a lot of signatures in here. There's also some drawings that are in here. But the color plates that are in here are absolutely gorgeous. To Miss Edith, there's no place where some of these are very hard. Some of these are very hard to read. I can't read that
Amy,
one.
bear with me for a second. My internet skipped a beat. You did say 38, right?
38, yeah.
Okay. It didn't highlight immediately for me, nor did it enter the chat. So
okay.
I got it
Another
highlighted.
color plate. Wanted to show you, there's a really cool drawing. This page here. So we've got the butterfly on one page, and then we've got a little inscription with some flower drawings here in the center. This one, that one's dated July 24th, 1988. Here's some more color plates in here. These are gorgeous. With best wishes from your friend, 1887. Remember your friend, best wishes. Well, look at that handwriting. Gorgeous. So tiny. I cannot read that one either. But I love to look at these. They're just fascinating to me. I did not count the number of colored plates that are in here, but there's a mixture of moths. It looks like there's a mixture of moths and butterflies. There's another, I'm going to flip probably to the back. There's a lot that I'm not showing you in here just for sake of time. But I wanted to show you the last page in here. Hopefully this will focus, but look at these pencil illustrations of birds. And this one's dated 1988. So that is the last thing that is in here, is that little drawing of flying birds here at the end. Somebody did a really good job.
It's gorgeous.
They look like swallows to me. That's what they look like. But I will leave the rest for you guys to look at. Forget Me Not, Winnie Spangler, October 1986. All right, so we're going to count it down. It is a thicker album. It has the gold gilding on the edges. I see Buttermilk is in at 38. Noelle is in at 39. Measurement real quickly. It does measure 7 by 4 1/4. All right, we're looking for 40 or more. I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It ends.
And you said that has like the velvet, like the crushed velvet cover.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you get that in Pennsylvania?
Not this one. Nope.
Okay.
I got this one here in Michigan, actually.
Well, that's fun.
Whatever in life may come to you, dare to do right, dare to be true. Mary E. Hoffman, 1886.
Beautiful.
All right. There's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So Buttermilk had a just in case of 50. Noelle put in a just in case of 103. So Noelle is going to take it for 51. Congrats, Noelle. It's a good one. I hope you enjoy looking at it. Thank you so much.
Again, guys, sorry I had a hiccup with the chat there. I did delete the one that came in before it was supposed to. Thank you so much, Karen G, for being our official mod and bid ender. Those of you that are just tuning in, Bill, our co-host for the evening, our 3 amigo, is missing. He's having internet issues. So if he gets it fixed, he will be joining us tonight. So $45, guys. And I was excited because I've never been able to afford one of these to offer. And I don't know how many folks on Alive have seen a glass-bodied mantle clock before.
Wow.
Okay. So there is 2 condition issues before we get into the whole twigs and berries of it here. So there is a little chip on the underside, okay? So there's a little chip here on the underside, okay? It's not going to cut you. It's in the back. It is on the bottom, okay? This is a mantle clock that was created. I think the dates of creation was from 1920 to 1925. This is made by the McKee Glass Company, okay? They made just a few different glass company colors. This is their kind of attempt at like a pink amber mix almost. And this is in their daisy button, okay? The gentleman that I bought this from, and if you do research on these, you will see that the $45 does take into consideration the chip on the back. It also takes into consideration that the mechanism in the center has been replaced, okay? So the gentleman I bought this from got it from the original family. This was their mantle clock since the 1920s. In the 1950s, the clock stopped working, so they went ahead and replaced it with a 1950s era Lux alarm clock. It keeps perfect time. If you saw my reel last night, you can see that it kept perfect time. It is now upgraded to an alarm clock, and I think it's a 50-hour wind time on this clock. So other than that, what I would recommend is at the $45, you're basically buying the body of the clock. If you don't want to have to wind this clock, you could very easily get a modern day dial for it, and it pops right out because the body of the clock is glass. So you could replace it with a modern day one if you want to. So again, this is made by McKee Glass. I want to see if I can show you some of the gorgeous details. So here on the side, they actually went ahead and they have, this is pressed glass. There is a scrolled flower here detail on the side. Let's see if I can show you with a little bit of light. My one fear was that you guys couldn't see. There you go.
Oh, there, you can see it.
Now you can see the gorgeous detail of the daisy style flower on the side, and it is in daisy button. So if you guys collect daisy button, or if you guys collect like the diamond pattern glass, this is going to look beautiful. It's a very nice large piece. Yes, there is a chip on the back, but this is an antique, and they only made them for 5 years. They did make them in uranium glass. If you find one of those, they're really worth something. They made them in clear, and they made them in this color. Those are the only examples that I could find. So this measures 14 inches long by 6 inches tall. It's a gorgeous mantle clock. It is in the daisy button. Thank you so much. I see you in, William. Thank you so much. So if you wanted to upgrade, you could. It is a plastic shield on the front. I see William in at 60. Thank you so much. It does keep good time. I would keep this clock in it. But if you wanted to get like one that ran on batteries, you could probably get one from Amazon, and it literally will slide out of the glass insert. So some of these glass housing alone go for more than the $45 start. So Steel, I see you in at 65. Note, we do have a little chip here on the back, but again, it is on the back. It is in the daisy button pattern. So you have all daisy button going up and down the side. This is made by the McKee Glass Company. And then you can see the little daisy right there. And we have another little daisy here on this side. It sits perfectly flat. The chip doesn't seem to damage anything that I've sat it on. And the fella that I purchased this from, he got it from the original estate. He actually gave me some provenance on it that I will send with it that gives you some more details on the clock. And the family bought it back in the 20s when McKee created these. They made them for 5 years, 1920 to 1925. In the 50s, the clock stopped working. Instead of trying to get it fixed, they replaced it with a current era clock from the 50s. And the 50s one still works today, and it keeps perfect time. Just remember, with some of these clocks, you have to give them a little shake once you wind them up, because I'm not going to rewind it before I ship it. It's not good to send it through the mail while it's ticking. So when you get it, you'll have to wind it up. And then it also doubles as an alarm clock. So again, it is in the pinky orange kind of amber that McKee was known for. It is pressed glass. It's a gorgeous 1920s era mantle clock, and they aren't that easy to find. Like I said, they only made them for 5 years, from 1920 to 1925. And if you guys find a uranium one, they can sell upwards of $6,000 to $1,000, depending on who is interested in it. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. Thank you all for your interest. I have steel in at 65. We're looking for 66 or more, and let's do a countdown just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. When the daylight came through it, it just glistens from the inside. You could actually light it up if you wanted to. You know, on the under part, you could put, you know, some fairy lights under there, some of the little lights if you wanted to. It's just a really doggone different cool piece. I don't think anyone else is going to have one that you know. So, Steele, thank you for your bid of 65. William had a just in case of 150. Congratulations, sir. Thank you all for the bids. William, I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, sir. Thank you so very much. It's yours for $66. All right, Miss Amy.
All right, 38, Jason.
All right.
All right, I do have a lady head vase this evening, and I will say she is a much harder to find version of this. They did a bit more of a bisque version of this without any glaze on it, and this version is a little bit harder to come by. So this is made by TUCKER'S, and she is what is known as the leaf head fairy. All right, do you see that she's got like this gold stylized leaf that is kind of turned into a hat? She's kind of looking over her shoulder. I absolutely love how they painted this, especially her lashes. Like, her eyes look so lifelike to me. Really nice blushing. There's really not a whole lot I can tell you about condition. There's just a little bit of crazing, like right up in here, right by the lip of the planter. There's a little bit of crazing right in there, but she's absolutely stunning. I love her so much. So she would have had a foil TUCKER'S sticker once upon a time down there at the bottom. That is no longer present, and I really like that she's just simply colored. So she could kind of blend in with a lot of decor, a lot of different motifs. She could work for springtime, fall, pixies, Christmas, pretty much anything. But I love that it's just got little pops of gold on here for the detailing in the leaf. And then she's blonde here in the back, really nice and clean down into the planter. There are some other coordinating planters that go with her, just a little bit different stylized as far as like the pose, something different with the face. Really, really nice sculpt on this. Measurement for her, she does measure 5 1/4 inches tall and 4 inches wide.
She's not pink, is she, Amy?
She's pink? Not pink. No, she is not pink. She is, so the coloring is her, it's just white. It's white and gold basically is the accent color, and then blonde hair. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I love that they kept the end of the leaf kind of kicked out there for a little bit more movement to her on the edging. No, she's definitely not pink. She's white. Yep. I think also if you wanted to utilize her for Christmas time, she would look amazing with some of those mercury bead sprays in gold coming out of the top. I think that would be really pretty. All right, I see Miss Sugar Britches. Hello, Lorianne is in at 42. Thank you so much. Elizabeth, I saw your 40, and Lisa's in at 43. So we're looking for 44 or more. Let's count her down. Lorianne's back in at 45. So we're looking for 46 or more. Don't forget those just in cases, you guys. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
You're right. There's just enough detailing and enough simplicity on this that it makes it really elegant. Gorgeous. Good score, Amy. I love this one.
I do too. She's different. She's very different for a lady head base. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so Sugar Britches is going to take it for 45 right before the bid end. Congratulations, Lorianne. Thank you so much.
And guys, if you're just joining us, Bill's having internet issues. So if he gets it back up and running, he will be joining us. Please make sure you subscribe to his channel. His link is down below. We know you guys like to watch this in a replay. When you're watching it, please also give Amy a follow of ENAMOR AMIE. Her link is down below. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when she goes live. And please make sure you're following me here at Mother Tucker's, okay? My next item is very unique. It's very old. And thank God for Amy when she came to my house. She spotted him and knew what he was because this little weirdo was on my shelf for a couple months. I think me and Tina found him in December, and I just knew that he needed saving, but I didn't know what he was, okay? So what is this little guy? He is a Palmer Cox brownie. So if you guys enjoy the books, if you guys enjoy the artwork, you could have your very own from the 1900s, I guess it was 1900s, the little bit of history that somebody had written up.
Late 1800s, early 1900s, although I believe that those were from 19.
Okay, so the 1900s. Yeah. So this little guy is in very good condition for his age. He is actually a little promotional giveaway from the Lion Coffee Company, okay? So they would have been little pose dolls and this little guy's about 100 years old. So for being 100 years old, he's in doggone good condition. So Pam, thank you so much for your 25. He does have a little stain. So he's like an early stockinette, okay? So if you guys know your kitsch from the 50s, they were stockinettes. This is your early pantyhose or stockinette style face. There is a little rippage there up by his hair, okay? A little bit of staining on his face. But other than that, he is in superb condition for how old he is. He has disposable arms, okay? I do believe this discoloration is from any rusting from the metal that is in the arms, okay? So the discoloration, I think, is just any rusting. So I did straighten out one of his legs. So you can straighten him a little bit and make him have a long leg. But honestly, guys, with the age of him, I wouldn't be bending him too much. You might tear some of the fabric. There is a little tiny hole here. Not too sure why. But other than that, this little nugget and the examples, and thank you, Amy, for all the information. She was so helpful with the different colors. There was like a brown one.
Well, he was just laying on. I was like, do you know what this is, Jason? He was like, no, it's this little weirdo. I was like, no, that's a Palmer Cox brownie. The only other place I've ever seen these before, there's a glass showcase in Springfield, Ohio at the Springfield Antique Center, and it's just strictly Palmer Cox brownie stuff. And they have, I think, 4 of them in there in different colors. Right. And yours is the only one I have ever seen in person anywhere. So that's fantastic.
He's in really good condition considering his age.
Really good shape for his age, yeah.
To think that this was a giveaway and a throwaway and he's still here, somebody loved him. He does have like his original scarf or his original lace here for a bow. I left it off to the side. He's exactly the way that I found him. When I straighten out his leg, he comes in at about 9 inches tall. So he's reading true to color. He's like that green color, not quite olive, not quite. He's like almost like a Boy Scout green, if that would make sense, which would make sense to that era. So he's super cute. He is 100 years old, you guys, and in very good condition. So, and again, Amy, thank you so much. He still would be sitting on the shelf, an orphan with no home. We just knew when we found him, you know, when you find something, you know that it's something.
Yeah.
Plus he's right there in the pixie world too. So we were like, buddy, you're going to come home with us. So Charlotte, I see you in at 33. Thank you so much. Again, there's a little discoloration on the face. We have a little separation by the hair. Then we have a little something going on here on the side of his belly. And then any kind of discoloration, I think, is merely the metals discoloration on the inside. So we have Teresa in at 34. Again, this little guy, yes, is rare. And he was a promotional giveaway. He's 100 years old. If you guys love the Palmer Cox, and if you're a fan of the brownies, this is your chance to actually have one of the little figurines, like the 3D version of them. So let's go ahead and count the little guy down. We're looking for 35 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. This is one of those things where you're not just going to bounce over to eBay and find one tonight. So they definitely don't come around that often. So
yeah, there aren't any online right now.
No,
they don't pop up very often.
And he is in really good condition considering his age. So thank you so much, Karen G, for the bid end. So it looks like we had Sugar Britches with a 35, MJ Bear with a just in case of 47, Pam had a just in case of 47, but Sherry had a just in case of 109. So for $48, congratulations, Sherry. He's coming to you. And again, Amy, thank you so much for
you're welcome.
Dropping the knowledge. Thank you so much.
All right. I have some jewelry tonight. My next round is going to start at $20, and I have a little piece of Bakelite tonight. I can usually never afford Bakelite jewelry to bring to a live sale, but I was very happy to find this butterscotch, lovely carved bar pin. I think it's really, really nice. It's got, I don't know, I just like the stylized pieces of it. It's got deep carvings in it, and it is in the butterscotch kind of goldy tone, if you will. And it's a pretty large, significant piece of Bakelite. It does measure 2 3/4 long and about 1 inch tall for the sizing there. Now you can see that it's got the nice carvings on there. It has been tested. It is legit Bakelite there. Now the clasp on the back is just a simple little C clasp there. So it kind of just pushes down and hooks on in there. And the point of the pin does extend past the clasp a little bit. It's in good working condition as far as I can tell. No signature or anything like that on it. And that's about all I can tell you. Usually I just see the bangle bracelets. That's about all that I run across, unless we're talking a really high-end show with glass showcases and things, which I do see, but not really anything attainable that I could bring to share with you guys. So I was happy to be able to find this. And butterscotch is my favorite color for the Bakelite. Cherry red is kind of my second, but I do like the butterscotch. Great for fall as well. I think that this piece would look really cool in your hair as a barrette or on a hat. I think a black hat would really make that pop out. All right, I see Christy's in at 20. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 21 or more. I'm going to count it down so we can keep it moving. We're looking for 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. That's my favorite flavor of malt too. Let's see. Butterscotch and hard candy.
I love the strawberry candy with the soft strawberry in the middle.
All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Christy, congratulations. Coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. I have one more piece of glass available tonight, and it is Fenton, and it is going to start at $40. Now, let me explain to you why. I'll show it to you, and as I explain it to you, I think you'll know why it starts at $40. So I had a pink one last week. I purchased her at the same time. I was going to wait a little bit, but she kind of went with my color theme tonight a little bit. She pulled out some of the blues and some pictures I'll show you coming up. She is the She's known as the bridesmaid Fenton. They made them in a lot of different colors, and then they hand painted them with some frit. So what makes her worth the $40 is she's signed by Shelley Fenton. Okay, and if you find a Fenton piece that is signed by the Fenton family, it does command a little bit. It does hold strong at its value. So, and she apparently painted a lot from 1982 to 1988, which holds true to the color that she's in, because she is in the teal blue, which was a very popular color in the 1980s. So there you can see how gorgeous she is when I put the white behind her. She is in very good condition with no chips, no cracks. What I love about her is, thank you, Lisa, I see you in at 40, so we're looking for 41 or more. First of all, let me show you the great iridescence on her, the carnival effect that they gave her. All of the detail here that you see, the texturing, that is the frit, which is the ground up glass added to paint, and then it's painted. All of her hand painting is in very good condition. It does have daisies painted on it. But what makes this even better is it has the higher end. That F is the F that you see on Fenton from the 90s. They first started using this F in the 80s for their higher end Fenton. So anything that was considered higher end Fenton received that style of sticker. So this would have been the more expensive Fenton. And if I can show you, you can see that it's signed right here, and it is signed by Shelley Fenton. So Shelley Fenton is also known as helping pave the way to start selling Fenton on QVC. So we can thank her for some of these cool concepts that she convinced her father to start to do, so that they could then get onto the television market and be sold more in mass production and become more known in the collectors, try to gain some more collectors by being on QVC. So what I love about her is what I showed you with the pink one is that you can see she's hollow. So if you're so inclined and you have a light base, they're very fun to uplight. So if you have one of those light bases that you see other folks use on their sales, if you were to purchase one of those, she would make a very gorgeous accent piece, very gorgeous like night light if you lit her up. So if you like her, you can collect them in multiple different colors, done multiple different ways, but to find them with such great detailing and the iridescence, kind of the trifecta from the frit to the signing of Shelley Fenton, this one would be probably one of the better ones to try to nab to add to the collection, because Fenton collectors, they really love it when it's signed by one of the Fenton family members. At least that's what I have been told. So again, she's in very good condition, no chips or cracks. She is from the 1980s. She is in the teal color. She's known as the flower girl or bridesmaid. She measures 7 inches tall by about 4 inches wide. So, and again, you can see that she has this kind of collar down dress. So she would have her upper, shoulders, out. And then you can see that it does have the gold details and the iridescence with the frit. And then it comes all the way down here to the bottom. Thank you so much, Dawn. I see you're 45. And then you can see all of the hand painting is in very good condition with no wear, no scratches, no issues, and there's no chips to the pieces whatsoever. So again, she is signed by Shelley Fenton. And I was able to actually use Gavin's information that he gave us so I could get a better date on when she was painted. So Dawn's in at 45. Thank you so much, Dawn. Let's give her a countdown. We're looking for 46 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Dawn's in at 45. We're looking for 46 or more. Again, the lovely lady here measures 7 inches tall. Very, very pretty. Nice size. You could uplight her. She looks really good in natural light. Just a gorgeous piece. There's the bid end. So thank you so much, Dawn, with your 45. Lisa had a just in case of 100. So Lisa gets her for $46. Congratulations, and thank you so much, lady, for both of your bids. All right, Miss Amy.
All right. $10, Jason.
All right.
We'll bring my board out for this one. Now, you did get a sneak peek of this earlier. So I found this at one of my favorite antique malls, Countryside Antique Mall in Thornton, Indiana. Last time that we visited on the way down to the Collectors Carnival a couple weekends ago. And I just really liked this piece. Sometimes I just pick up things purely on aesthetic, or I get a feeling about it or something like that. Now, as far as I can tell, there's no marking or anything on it. The wings of the butterfly are metal and then paper mache kind of applied over the metal. And I believe it's all hand painted and then sealed on there. And then the body of the butterfly. So we're talking the thorax of the butterfly, the antenna, and the legs there are all metal. And also hand painted, I believe. There is no marking at all on him. I couldn't find another one that looked like this, so I'm not sure if it was like manufactured or handmade. I really don't know. I just liked it.
Gorgeous.
I liked how three-dimensional and lifelike that it was. They have this little wooden case of bone china miniatures, little plastic dollhouse things, kind of up by the front door. And this guy was in there, and I don't remember him the last time that we were there. There weren't any other ones like it in there. I just really liked him. I thought he was cute, and he could definitely fit in a smaller little space. And like I said, like I had it just kind of on top of the tin because the colors pretty much are identical, I could say, but I couldn't really find it. So I don't really know the age of it at all. I couldn't find any more like this. I just really liked it.
So neat. Those colors, you're right. They are very vibrant, and they do match that tin beautifully.
And I also feel like maybe you could, if you had something a little wider, you could stick it in the top for like a little, I don't know, like a postcard might work in there. I'm not really sure. For a little, display piece, stick something else in the top of that. I don't know. I just liked it. It measures 2 by 2. 2 by 2. So that's it. It's just a little, maybe ephemera. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a small little, I don't know, a trade card or an ink blotter or something small to just even a brooch, maybe leaning up against the side could sit in there. I don't really have anything that I could.
Oh, I like that. Business cards on the desk.
Business card.
Business card holder.
What do I have?
Great idea, Mom. I like that.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah.
Wow.
There you
My
go.
fits in there.
Perfect.
All right. So we're going to count this down. I see Charlotte's in at 10. Thank you so much. So we're going to count it down. We're looking for 11 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
You're right. You nailed it with the color scheme there, Amy. It's right on with that tin.
Yeah. All right. There's the butterfly bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Charlotte, butterfly is flying your way. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. My next item, I'm a sucker for these. And Tina found 2 different ones, and she's keeping one. But one of the ones I actually think we're offering up the better one. I don't think we're keeping the best one. But like I say, I'm a sucker for these. And now that we're heading into the warmer months, the summer months, it's time to get out your beachy things. It's time to get out your flamingos. And this I love. This is late 40s, 1950s kitsch at its best. I think they even made them a little later, but their heyday was definitely that 50s era. So what they would do is these were souvenir pieces that you would buy when you went to the shore or to Florida or anywhere, where there was sand and beach, where someday I'll be. But they were little trinket dishes, and usually they would say they were souvenir of. This one does not have that. There may have been one right there at one time, but usually they would put like a sticker. It is, William, you're exactly right. It's very Mama's Family, very Thelma Harper. Absolutely. But what's fun about these is that they made them in little television lights. They made them in little trinket dishes like this. Like these are true shells. Absolutely. You're exactly right, Katie. And this one has the original shell. It has real coral in it, which can't be harvested or used anymore. That's illegal. So very mid-century. Then they did add the shells, and this is all concrete. And the concrete is this marble effect or cement, very 1950s kitsch. And then they would always stick it in when it was wet. They would have a little plastic flamingo, and then they have a little shell in the back. So what's fun is you guys could backlight this if you wanted to. I see you, Trina. Thank you so much. Usually when you find these, a piece is broken. Some of them would have palm trees in. This one did not. What's fun about this one is if you like to have a black light in your, maybe hula room, in your mermaid bathroom, in your nautical room, maybe your beach house, the coral fluoresces under black light. It's not showing too well here, but the coral glows a bright, bright pink under black light. So thank you so much, Liz. I see you in at 16. If it wants to highlight for me, there we go. Now it wants to work. It's acting silly again. But again, the flamingo is plastic. There's absolutely no damage. There might be a little tip of the coral that's missing. But again, they would always stick the shells in, and it's kind of like old school trench art, kind of kitschy, just that great 1950s theme. And these are fun to use in your mermaid bathroom. You can use it as a ring holder. You can use it as all sorts of things. Throw a mermaid in there. If you guys bought maybe Amy's little miniature bone china flamingos, you could use that as a pond for them, all sorts of different things. Trina, thank you. I see you in at 17. The piece measures 5 inches wide, so it's about 5 inches. It's a nice size, and then it's about 4.5 inches tall. So if you guys start with this, exactly. Wildwood, New Jersey, absolutely. Yes. I don't know, but I'm sure that they sold these there because I remember Mama's family, she had the flamingos out front of her house. So, but you can see the iridescent on the shell, very glossy. And then again, they're all real shells. And I don't think shells coming out of the ocean today are looking this good like they did in the mid-century. So no damage. You can see that it is marbleized with the greens. It's like a seafoam green. It's going to look good in all your beach loving decor. And again, it's time to break the flamingos out and start decorating.
This so much reminds me of my childhood when we would go to Florida.
Right.
For a vacation, and I don't know if it exists anymore, but there used to be this place called Shell World in Florida, and they had all these kind of like kitschy shell creation things that you could get besides just shells. But there
was a shell place leaving Wildwood, and my grandmother always had to stop there. And the fun part was that they never had black-topped parking lots, so you parked in the sand and went into most of these places. And I remember the shells had maybe 50 of these, and they were all different. No two of these are the same. Yeah. So, and they are really all handcrafted in the 1950s. And again, you can backlight the shell if you want. If you want to fluoresce them under black light, they're going to fluoresce as well. So I see there's interest. Let's count it down. Trina is in at 17. There is no damage to this one. If there is, the little nip of the coral right there where it's a little lighter pink might be nipped off, but very good condition. Counting down 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Katie knows where it's at.
I wondered, Katie.
Again, it's that time of the year. We got to start bringing the flamingos and all sorts of things because it's time to bust it out. It's my favorite time of the year. So there is the bid end. Trina, you're just in case of 25, but Liz, you're just in case of 27. So Liz, congratulations. Bless my kitschy heart. It's coming to you for $26. And Trina, your 28 did come in after the bid end. Thank you so much, Liz.
Well, and then we used to get up at, 5 a.m. or something like that to go down to the beach to go shelling in the morning when after the tide was going back out in the morning is the perfect time to go shelling. Many, many hours. I was very good at finding starfish. $10, Jason, for my next round. I have this cutie pie little stuffed deer up next. He is made by Kamar. He does have his tag there. He's made in Taiwan, Kamar Nut, made in Japan, Kamar. So he's a little bit later. But oh my gosh, he's stinking cute. Now his name is Buttercup. Buttercup.
Love it.
Or no, Buttermilk. It's Buttermilk, not Buttercup. Buttermilk he would have had a little hang tag with his name on it. He's got little golden plastic eyes, a little brown pom-pom for the nose. Of course, he's got the quintessential little fawn spots on his back. Those are kind of stiffened felt applied there on the back. His little deer butt, so cute. And then he's got beans. He's got baby beans. He's got beans inside to kind of give him a little bit of weight. He's just little. Look how small he is. He's so cute. You can hold him in the palm of your hand. He measures 5.5 by 2.5. So that's the size there. Nikki, I see your 10. Thank you so much. Not really any notable issues with him. He doesn't have any holes or anything like that. The white fur on the bottom doesn't have any staining or anything going on. And he does have a sweet little red stitched mouth going on underneath there as well. So let's count little buttermilk down. We're looking for 11 or more, again, made by Kamar. Kamar did a lot of, in the 60s, they did a lot of the dream pet style animals. And then when they started moving into the 70s and 80s, they started making more plush kind of things. Nope, he's Kamar, Jameen. Kamar, Kamar. All right, so we're going to count him down. We're looking for 11, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It end.
Gosh, he's so cute. He'd be good for in your car. Like if you guys want to have a little, stuffy
in the car. Yeah, he would be good on a dashboard. I agree. All right, Nikki, you did not need your just in case. Buttermilk is coming to you. Thank you so much.
Okay. My next round is going to start just at $10, okay? And the next two items that I have at choice at $10, they might have a little condition issue to them, but there's still life left in them, okay? So they are choice on these little frames, and each frame has like a little print in it, okay? I believe that this is a celluloid frame, and I believe that this probably would have been part of a dresser set, okay? The little easel or kickstand is missing, okay? There's a little discoloration to the back, and there's a little frame here, okay? But for $10, I figured somebody might want to give this gorgeous Victorian era girl maybe a home in their decor, okay? So it's a tiny little celluloid frame. The frame itself is in very good condition. And if you can see, it even has like the little bit of butterscotch coming through the outside, and then you have the celluloid in the middle. Now, there is a signature. I couldn't see what the signature is. This will be your first choice at just $10. It's just this gorgeous little print of this Victorian era woman. And again, the way this is, you could hang this on the wall if you wanted to, and it would look good in a gallery wall. This one measures just about 4.5 by 5.5. So just $10 if anybody is interested in this one. And again, it's this gorgeous Victorian style woman that I believe she's got this big bonnet and bow, this big bonnet, and it's a gorgeous bow tied there in the corner. So I'm trying to keep moving it to get the glare off. So there's your first choice. As I look at this one even more, this one's a little fragile, but I believe the frame on this might be Bakelite. I did the rub test, and it does kind of smell a little oily when you heat it up. So for $10, this is your second choice. This is the oval one, and it's like a Gibson Girl style on the inside. I believe it's original to the piece, and I do believe that this could quite possibly be a Bakelite frame, okay? Now, when I say it's delicate, this is on, but this is sort of loose, okay? So it does have its original little piece of fabric that holds it on. You can see the original piece of fabric is still holding on, and it still does its job by, holding it in place. So this would be your second choice at just $10 on a Bakelite, possibly Bakelite frame with an original print that I believe is probably from the 1930s. And then it says Norm's Uncle B on the back. Somebody wrote that on the back. I'm not too sure what that's about, but just at $10 if anybody's interested. There are no chips, there are no cracks. That is actually thin glass in there too. Susan, thank you so much. I see your 10. And this one comes in just at about a 4.5-inch diameter. So I tried to straighten her out a little bit. I kind of liked her off just a little bit. But again, you're right, Karen, just a little bit of fabric tape. And the prints in here, I just think are super unique. very period correct, and they're just fun. And you know, when we do these little gallery walls or these little gallery shelves, you kind of want these little ones just to pop in so that they can offset your larger one. So you're going to choose between the celluloid one with the, I would say, Victorian era print on the inside. There is some sort of a signature you can faintly see there in the corner. So you're going to choose between that one, or you're going to choose between the round one that I believe could quite possibly be Bakelite, okay? So we got Susan in at 10. Again, it's choice on either, we'll call this one the square one and this one the round one. So if anybody else is interested, please put in a bid. We are going to do a countdown. It is $10 choice on either celluloid or what I believe is a Bakelite frame. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I also wanted to say this one's a little more unique because this one seems to be a younger girl. So that's something you don't often find, is I think it's a portrait of a teen more so than a woman. So thank you so much. There is the bid end. Again, oh, I'm so sorry, Susan. You're just in case came in after the bid end. Paula, you get first choice at 15. Let me know if you want square or round. And of course, Paula, you can take both if you're interested in both. But you'll just have to let me know, do you want the round one, or I'm calling this square? I think it's a little easier to type. And then if there's any left, it'll go back to Susan at 10. We'll just, okay, Paula, they're both yours. Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Amy.
All right. $12, Jason.
All right.
These are going to be a little challenging to show. Hang on. I have these tiny little scatter pins. They're itty bitty little deer. So you're going to get the pair. I don't know. Let me see if I can grab a piece of paper real quick. So hopefully that these will cooperate with me and focus. Maybe not, but they are itty bitty little brown deer. Come on, camera. Yeah, they just don't want to focus. One is a little bit smaller than the other one. So they are brown. So they're painted metal. There we go. And they have little green rhinestone eyes and polka dots. I actually got these with Jason when we were shopping in Pennsylvania so you're going to get both. I found them together, so they've got to stay together. They've been together their entire life. And they are just itty bitty little scatter pin size. Now you can kind of see size wise how big they are. You could fit them both on a collar, I think, for sure. They do both have safety clasps on the back in good working condition. And the pin back, I will say, just extends past the clasp on both of them. No marking on either one, and no paint scratching really that I can note either. Good condition. So measurement for them, the smallest one, so this one here, this one measures a 1/2 inch by 1 inch. So that's how small that we're talking. And then the other one measures 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. All right. So just itty bitty. I can't believe that these didn't get lost. Like it just fascinates me that these were still around. And the rhinestone in both of them are kind of like an emerald green color. And they have tiny little pearls in their ears. I didn't even notice that. They have itty bitty little pearls in each ear. Didn't even notice that before. So I see Teresa is in at 12. So we're looking for 13 or more. Debbie has these from when she was a kid. That's so cute.
That's so fun.
All right. We're going to count these down, looking for 13 or more on the pair. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Amy,
no, there's no marking on these, Teresa. There's no stamping or anything. on either one of them.
Some of those scatter pins, I know I've seen that they've been made in Japan too.
Yeah. I'm not sure where they would even fit a stamp on there being so small. All right, Teresa, these are yours. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
And guys, make sure you're subscribed to Amy's channel. We put the link down below. If you guys are watching this on a replay, we know you guys like to, so please head on down there, click subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when she goes live. Also follow Amy over on Instagram. We do a lot of promoting over there. Please also make sure you're following Bill. I don't know if Bill's going to make it tonight due to the internet issues. So please make sure you are following him here on YouTube and over on Instagram. Definitely worth following our account so it kind of clues you into what we're doing. So I know I have folks in this chat right here that love holiday, and I know folks love Halloween. So Tina found this little guy last week. Doesn't he look like he belongs in your Halloween display?
I haven't seen that planner in about 20 years, Jason.
I have to tell you, I'm not going to say rare. I found one example of this guy on the internet, and it's live right now, that I don't even know who made him. Nobody knows who made him. He's known as the Yawning Owl. Yawning Owl. So he is in superb condition. If you love mid-century, if you love spooky, if you love Halloween, this is a must-have. He's a planter who actually sits as a figurine. So he does have crazing. He does have some of the, unglazed portions on the bottom. I don't know. It kind of looks like he could be Royal Copley. He looks like he could be Shawnee. He's not cold painted because the paint has a glaze over top, but he is just this super cute owl. And he definitely has Halloween kind of vibes with the yellows and some of the burnt kind of browns and grays that they use. There are no chips. He just has crazing. So Jameen, thank you so much. I see you in at 18. He's a very unique owl, Dawn. He was used at one time, okay? So there is some crazing on the inside, and I got most of the dirt out of him, but he is just so stinking cute. So thank you so much, Writer Chic. I see you in at the first 19. He measures about 5 inches tall, and he's hard to measure, but he's about 4 inches this way, okay? So he's kind of holding his one wing off to his side, and he's kind of like, he's been out hanging out by the moon all night, and he's just bored with everything that's been going on. So I kind of was channeling a cooler time because it did get hot last week, but I was thinking this is coming later. Kind of thought these two items are going to look pretty neat together, especially in your Halloween or if you're an owl collector. So again, he's super unique. Nobody knows who the maker is, but everybody speculates that he's probably 1940s pottery, and he's known as the Yawning Owl. So you can see right here is his little owl mouth. He's got his little owl wing covering it, and he's just like he's just tired and time to go to bed. You can see they gave him his little claws right there. No chips, no cracks, just some crazing, which I think, however you display him, the crazing does him justice. So here we go. We'll just spin him around. You can see the airbrushing detail here. No chips, no cracks. And again, the way he's made, he kind of sits and can be just your big figurine. So he's really cute. So again, 1940s pottery. Nobody knows who he is, and he does not come around that often. So, but he's good all year, or he's good if you want to use him in your upcoming Halloween display. He's just really fun. So let's go ahead and count him down. We're in at 27, so we're looking for 28 or more on the Yawning Owl planter. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 28 or more, or the bid end from Karen G. I see Jameen's just in case. You're the first one in. But then we have a straight bid of 30. We got Writer Chic in with a just in case of 41. Again, a super unique piece of pottery planter. I've never seen him before until Tina found him. So with the just in cases, it's going to Writer Chic for $31. Congratulations, and thank you so much, and thank you for the bids, guys. All right.
I've always suspected that it's Shawnee.
I do too. I do too.
It's been a long time since I've seen anybody find that planter, so that was cool. $10, Jason.
All right.
All right, this was something else I found while shopping with Jason.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think the very first purchase that I made that morning. It's just a sweet little deer figurine. He is made by Norcrest. Really nice condition. Now you can see that it's more of that satin finish. It doesn't have super high glaze on it, which I like sometimes, especially on the more realistic looking figurines. No chips, no repairs, nothing really going on with this guy. He's in really, really lovely condition. Cute little face, just a happy little pleasant face. They did do a little bit more high glaze on the eyeballs just to make them pop a little bit more. I love all the little spotting that's going on. There's the tail there on the back. And there is the number on the bottom. Anytime that we see anything that starts with an H on the end, that indicates Norcrest there. So there would have been some sort of foil sticker present. That's long gone. And it is a nice size little figurine to tuck in. Of course, he would be a perfect one for the fall to carry into the Christmas season as well. But deer and fawns are perfect for spring and summer too, I think. There's a herd of deer that roams around Marshall through the city, actually. And two of the mamas have twin babies. So there's little babies walking around too. They're so cute. He does measure 4.5 by 4 3/4. Yes, he does have a nice posing and a nice little face. But yeah, really not any issues to note on him. He's really, really good condition. If there's no interest in him, that is okay. Thank you so much.
It's so hard to find deer figurines that don't have damage
without any leg repairs.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I have quite a few in my collection that have leg repair. Yeah.
All right, guys, $20 on my next item, and I kind of gave you a tease. This is I'm going to call it a board game. So it's a board game. It's a puzzle peg game, and it is from 1929. Okay, it's not a reproduction. It's from 1929. It is complete. It is in very good condition. If you guys love owls, this guy is usually contributed to a lot of Halloween displays. A lot of folks will buy this game and use this in their Halloween display. So somebody did have a sticker here, so some of it did get lifted up. There are no splits to the box. Now, this is from 1929. This is almost antique. So I will open it up, but I'll show you here. It's in very good condition. So it is, can you solve it? But again, really neat, especially the spooky owl. The box is kind of the selling point on it. So on the inside here, and again, this is from 1929. Some of the directions are here on the inside, how to play the puzzle peg. You know, I love the font. I love the fact that the box is in very good condition. I agree, Dusty. The graphics are everything. You still have the original manual with it, which is amazing.
Oh, look at that owl. He's awesome.
I was just going to say, so it's basically a twofer. So like not only are you it's actually a threefer, if that's even a word. So you have the first cover you
now.
Jason's just making up grammar.
Threefer.
So, and then this one you could use as well. So it's fun for every day, it says. And let me sit the game down before I lose it. The graphics on the inside are basically black and white, okay? So there you have the owl. He's teaching you how to play. He's got his little stick. But then here in the back you have, which I think is fun, this also advertises another board game that you could get for 50 cents. Bloxo? I guess it's called Bloxo. So it is. It's a 3-in-1. So you'll get that. And then you do have all the little pieces here. They're little wooden pegs that go into this other little like particle board style piece. The game itself has great colors, especially for the 1920s, 1930s, and I don't think it was ever played with all that often. And they're serious when it comes to teaching you how to play. So if you were to lose the box, you're still going to learn how to play the game on the back. All the pieces are there, and this isn't what I paid for it. I just realized there was an original price tag still on it. At one point, somebody was selling it for $12. I didn't pay $12 for it. Didn't even know the sticker was on. But the box itself, the bottom piece, is in very good condition. So, Lisa, thank you so much for your 20. So when the box is together, it measures 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. So again, you get the game. And what I find unique, just on a side note, is the game has very 1930s colors. These are the colors of the World Fair from the 30s. They're the orange and the blue. And you know, there is a glow to it. The orange does have a glow to it under black light. So that is going to glow if you want that to be a spooky glow. And you're going to get, and these are usually missing, these are the directions on how to play. It is the great solitaire game. And then you could use that to decorate with. And then again, you have your box. I just want to be careful with it. And there's no splitting to any of the corners. So let's get it all back together. I'm going to do a countdown. And the game is from 1929 in very good condition. Glowy has it in at 22. We're looking for 23 or more. Just note the only condition issue we have is right here. Some sucker put the sticker right there. And I tried to get it off without it damaging it, but no. And even that lift off didn't work on this one. So we'll just pretend that's not there, but you can see it. So 23 or more, let's go ahead and count it down. The game, no, it's still in very good condition. And that's a great Halloween style owl. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I have this oil lamp coming up. I just kind of was thinking spooky Halloween kind of vibes. So that'll be coming up in my last round. I just kind of thought that the planter, this all together would just make a good little assemblage for you for the Halloween era, which is not too far off. There's the bid end. Lisa had a just in case of 30, but Glowy had a just in case of 37. So Glowy, it's coming to you for $31. Congratulations.
All right. Last round, you guys. $12. Jason.
All right. Thank you.
Right. So my last round tonight is going to be some little deer shakers. Now you can see that they have some paint issues, but their faces were so. I can't. I couldn't leave them. They were like, please take us home. Somebody needs to love us, and if nobody else likes them, then they'll just go on my deer shelf. But I think that they're still darling cute. And this particular set of salt and pepper shaker deer, I've only run across them one other time. And they also had some paint wear on them the last time. But you can see that so these are 100% cold painted. So there's lots of scratching and paint loss on them. But sometimes I really like the wear on them to show their age. Now, these are made by Lego Japan. They do have, both of them have foil stickers, and both of them still have stoppers there present at the bottom. And there's the back of this one. I really like the pose on this one, how they did the legs on that one. I don't know. She's like into deer yoga or something like that. I'm not sure what's going on. But there's the stopper and the sticker on the bottom of that one. And then this one is just sitting, watching the yoga session, I guess. That's what's going on. So there's no chipping. It's just the paint scratching on those, really. The measurement for these, the sitting one is 4 1/4 by 2 1/2, and the yoga one is 3 by 3 1/2. All right, so that's the sizing there. I see Lisa's in at 12. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 13 or more. I am going to count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Those faces are so kitschy and mid-century.
I know. It's the lashes. I mean, the lashes are still there.
The ears do me every time on those.
I know, the big old ears.
Uh-huh.
All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Lisa, these dear babies are yours. Thank you so much.
All right. My last item is going to start at just $12. And yes, this is a stretch for me. I don't normally bring brass. I had candlestick holders the other week, but when I was pulling everything for tonight's sale between the mantle clock, which kind of has a I don't know, it could be like an eerie mantle clock if you wanted to, with the owl planter, the owl things, I was kind of channeling sitting around an oil lamp, okay? There is a little curvature in this, but these all come apart. So you can straighten that if you want to. This is solid brass from the 1970s, okay? So it mimics earlier oil lamps. This is known as an whale oil lamp, okay? So right here is how you hold it. So you would open this up. You could have your wick in here and you would fill that with oil. So this does open and it would be a true oil lamp. You open it and then you'll have a little flame and then you close it and that's how you can snuff it out. So it's in very good condition. There's no dents to the piece whatsoever. It does have a patina to it. I thought that was a great look. It just has a neat kind of old world look to it. Now, apparently you can take this apart and you can flip the handle the other way if you want to. So I've seen the handle put on both ways. I don't know, but you can literally take this all apart and you can straighten and do whatever you want to it. But this is solid brass from the 1970s and it's just $12. So if anybody would be interested in this to add to their brass collection, or if you wanted it to just be part of your aesthetic, maybe open up an old style book, sit this next to it, use it in your Halloween displays. I just think it is. I think it's a really, Teresa, you hit the nail on the head. It's really cool for Halloween. But for $12, I figured, hey, $12 just to use it, once a year.
That makes me think of Christmas, though.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Like the night before Christmas, like a
Charles
1930s cover version of that.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. So Shiara, thank you so much. I hope I'm saying your name right. It's been a long day for me, but I see you're 12 and thank you so much. Again, this is solid brass from the 1970s. There's no maker's mark on it, so it's not like stamped Baldwin or anything. I know enough about brass to say that. There is no dents. There's no issues. There's no major patina, just some discoloration. And all of this can be adjusted and tweaked because they all spool into one another. And then up here at the top is where this top part actually twists out. So you can take this top part out and that's where you would fill it up. As you can see, you can start to see the some of the God, words are tough at this hour for me. But you can sort of see where it twists out, and then that's where you're going to fill it with your oil, and you'll put a wick in it, and you can use it if you want to, but it doesn't have a wick. I don't think it's ever been used. So measurements on it, it's 7.5 inches tall by 6 inches wide. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. We're looking for 13 or more on the solid brass 1970s, and this has been called, they keep calling it the whale oil lamp, okay? So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. The power goes out. You have this. You're going to have light. You can sit and read your Patty Duke books if you want to, or your Hardy Boy books, or whatever you want to read by your whale oil light. So thank you so much. You didn't need it. It's $12. It's yours. Thank you so very much and congratulations. It is spooky. Very spooky. We did it and Bill couldn't show up.
Well, darn it. Bill, I'm sorry. You didn't get your internet back.
So sorry. All right, guys. It's that time of the evening. So, Amy, do you have anything to recap?
I do not.
Okay, so we don't have a recap tonight. Okay, so it's very, very easy. Guys, if you're new to either one of us, please make sure you email us some information. We're going to need your name. If it's different from your YouTube handle, we're going to need your full address and your PayPal email. Amy's email and my email are right below us right now. You can actually copy to both, email to one and copy it to the other one. It's also pinned at the top of the chat. And if you need to come back, it is in the description of the video. Please make sure you are subscribed to Amy's channel and her on Instagram, along with our friend Bill, Garden Guy Bill. Those links are down below. And let's give a big round of applause to the very lovely Karen G. She was our official mod and bid ender for the whole evening with no backup. She handled it for us. So Karen G, thank you so much. We could not do it without you. So Amy girl, what do you got going on?
I will be back Wednesday here on Jason's channel for Fantastic Finds. So that's 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm also doing a pop-up on my channel this week at 8 p.m. Eastern. It'll probably just be me this week. It won't be a very long sale. It'll probably be a shorter sale for sure. I might even do like a mystery box unboxing. I still have a Fatbirds mystery box. I haven't opened it yet from like March. So it might be a combination thing, something on Thursday. But I'm definitely doing something on Thursday. We were supposed to have a garage sale here this week, and the weather is definitely not going to cooperate. It's going to pour rain. So that's why I'm going to have a little extra pop-up on Thursday this week. And a reminder again that if you guys come to every sale this week, I'm happy to combine ship. I will be doing invoicing on Friday this week. Yep.
Okay. And we just want you guys to know that we appreciate each and every one of you. Everyone that I work with, we all take this very seriously. We try to curate the best vintage that we can find for you guys at the most affordable price. And we just want you guys to know how much we appreciate you. And thank you guys always so much for your continued support. So with all that said, we're going to get out of here, and we'll see you back here Wednesday night at 8 p.m. for fantastic finds. And till then, good night, everybody.
Good night, you guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.